Hey guys, it's your boy Ron. I'm back just for this one small video I'm doing today. Not your typical video, and once again, Happy New Year to everyone coming up. Alright, 2022 obviously has been a wacky year, but a lot of good moments. You know what I mean? Don't mind the eclipse over here. I promise you Fento's not going to show up. Don't have to worry about Griffin and the God Hand. But anyway, the reason I'm here, I want to do some Chocobo talk here for Final Fantasy VII. Again, Big Guard Mondays are still on, so every Monday at 2 p.m. you're gonna see a new episode of Final Fantasy VII dropped on my channel here at Ron322. But I want to actually talk about this real quick, right? So for obvious, rigorous reasons, I did not bother to stream on Twitch any of my Chocobo breeding, racing stuff, because it's just too time consuming. It takes away from the plot of Final Fantasy VII, to be honest with you. So, for that purpose alone, thought I'd give an overview. So, obviously, if you want to get Knights of the Round and some other materials out throughout the map that are only attainable through certain Chocobos, right? Obviously, you have to do some farming. I mean, you know, for Chocobos. Now, just to show you guys real quick, right? So, go here, right? Go a little run on the highway. Now, bear this in mind. I'm in what would be Disc 2 of Final Fantasy VII. Back in high school, I used to think, right? Give me 1 second. Let me feel like the. Never mind. I used to think that you had to be all the way in Disc 3 in order to actually do all this, you know, to be able to get, you know, a lot of things in this game. However, turns out once you got Cloud back in the party after the whole Medeal thing, which you'll see in my videos later on, which is why this is here, right? You'll be able to catch Chocobos. Obviously, you want to buy the stables. They're 10,000 gil each. You want to at least have 4. So we have at least up to 4 Chocobos. Obviously, what you want to do is the following. Alright, first things first, turning off the combat, because I ain't trying to do all that. Obviously, you don't want the Chocobo lure materia equipped on Cloud and on other party members if you have more than one. I, of course, fortunately had 2. Matched to max, Cloud's out. Cool thing is, right? So, for example, if you have a weapon that has double growth in materia or triple growth, even better. So, again, the ancient forest that's near Cosmo Canyon, that puzzle was a pain in the butt. Also, another thing, I did not want to bother streaming because very time consuming. Again, it takes away from the plot and the narrative that I like to show when I'm playing the game. But yes, if you have triple or double type of weapon or armor that helps you grow from materia, awesome sauce, right? So with that in mind, right here, see these tracks over here? This is where you can get what's called a Great Chocobo, right? Now, here's the caveat. You're gonna run to, whenever the Chocobo pops up, you want to make sure you have at least 1 or 2 of what's known as a bad guy called Spiral. They look like 2 silver caterpillar thingies. Obviously, you want to kill them and not touch the Chocobo. That way the Chocobo can come with you. And of course, you have it hopping around, right? And then after that, you send them to the stable, right? Grab at least 2. You want 2 of them, right? And then, of course, you're gonna want to go back to the farm. Now, bear this in mind. I did want to mention this before I forget. Make sure you save before you go ahead and move them from the from the ranch into the stable. Reason being, you want to make sure you have a male and a female one, because that's how you make a third one. Now, the key thing is this: you want them both to rank A at the Golden Saucer when you do the Chocobo racing. Which, if you're wondering where it would be, in case if your mind's a little rusty, that's okay. Happens to all of us. Right here. Obviously, you go into Coral Town, you go into Golden Saucer, yada yada yada, and of course, you go to the races. They don't cost anything. All right, and the key thing is, when you're racing, right, hold circle to boost. Hold R1 and R2, it'll help the stamina stabilize and regenerate. And then when you let go of the turbo, the circle boost, you'll see it regenerate, which is really cool. That's one less thing you have to think about. And then of course you want them to get to rank A for both your Chocobos. If your first Chocobo turns out to be male or female, cool, make sure you save. Then before you go ahead and move the second Chocobo, always make sure you save first, just in case if you accidentally have another male or another female, and you know, a double of the same gender. You don't want that, believe it or not, if you want to breed. It's biology. So what you do, in the event that happens, what you do is close the game, turn it back on, reload, and then eventually rinse and repeat until like the opposite gender pops up. Then it's like, okay, cool, you got a male and female, have them both rank A, breed, and then you're gonna get what's called, I'm gonna show you right now, I'm going over this now so that way you guys know. You're gonna use what's called the cabinet. You want to go to the Goblin Town, I think near Wutai or near around here, I forgot where. Obviously you steal them from these goblins and you use the cabinet, and then what happens is, depending, you may get either a river or mountain chocobo. River one is blue, mountain one is green, right? And again, either or, male or female, cool, name it, feed it them greens, get the Silkus greens from the Chocobo Mage, which I'll show you where to go. Alright, so let's just zoom on over. Alright, where are you, motherfucker? No, that's the North Crater, that's endgame stuff, we're not even there yet. What? Oh, here you go. So you're gonna go to this guy. Go here. Obviously talk to him. The first time you go here, you talk to the Chocobo and you get an enemy skill material. Not that I need it because I got like 4 of them. So this is what you're gonna do. As you can tell, I am broke. But Silkus greens, they boost speed, stamina, and intelligence. So you get the 3 stats all in one shot. That's why they're the best ones you're gonna want to use. Right? So again, rinse and repeat, right? So either you got a male or female mountain or river Chocobo, no matter, right? So if you got a, for example, if you got a male and female, right? Let's say you got a male mountain Chocobo, right? Rank them up to A. And have them breed with the female great Chocobo that you got. Right? But make sure you save before you do the breed. Give them the carrot nut. Right? So that way when they nut, you know. And then, if it turns out that it's a male or female, great. Because guess what? You got that extra male, right? So if you got a female, and then all of a sudden, you have a river Chocobo. If it's another mountain Chocobo, just reload. Forget it. Until you get the mountain. Once that happens, boom, you got a river, you got a mountain. Now you have to make sure that the mountain Chocobo and the river Chocobo are opposite sexes, so that way you can have them both rank up to A, use the carrot nut, have them have a gray or black Chocobo, which is both mountain and river. And after all that, you can let loose both of the both of the great Chocobos. You don't need them no more. They can go bye-bye, right? Then after that, rank your black Chocobo up to A. Then after that, here's the next place you're gonna go. Because what you're gonna wanna do is the following. Where are you? Up there, not here. Is it here? Yeah. So the next thing you want to do is get what is called a wonderful Chocobo. Now this one's a pain in the butt. Reason being, if you see 2 wolves, that's a crap Chocobo. Don't bother. Might as well just kill them all. If it's a single jumper or a rabbit and there's no other beast with it, kill the rabbit, bam, you got your wonderful Chocobo. You're good to go. If it's 2 bunnies, it's more of a hassle because you run the risk of the Chocobo running away at random. But if you knock out those rabbits in one sitting and you don't hit the Chocobo, bam, you got yourself a wonderful Chocobo also. But if it's a rabbit and a wolf, no good. If it's 2 wolves, no good. If it's 1 rabbit or 2 rabbits with the chocobo, and there's no other beasts involved, you're good to go. Just kill those rabbits and you got yourself a wonderful chocobo. Bring them to the ranch. Now, again, save. Make sure that when you move it, again, make sure it's the opposite gender of whatever the black chocobo is. So that way you can make them. Want to rank them up to A. I have them on S just because. And then that way, use what's called the Zeo nut. And for fun purposes, let's do it. Let me show y'all. So, but yeah, there's a lot of hassle. There's a lot of, you know, jumping around with that. But once it's all said and done, right? So now, save, right? So now that I explained all of that for you guys, so that way you guys are enlightened. That way I don't have to do a whole runaround video. Just, no, I like to talk, make it simple to the point. For the love of Griffith. Alright, so let me show you how this works. So, alright. So I want to show you guys the chocobos I do have. So here's my beautiful mountain chocobo. No, not this one. No, not that one. Not Goten. Lagatha. As in, you know, the shield maiden from Vikings. Class A mountain chocobo. My river chocobo, Rio. Again, Class A. You put them together, and you get Torvi, female. I got her at Class S. Mountain River, so it can go everywhere the blue or the green can go, which is awesome. But now, this is the wonderful chocobo that I have over here. I named him Goten. Again, I have him Class S. So now, here's what unfortunately I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to let someone go. So, which is very sad. So, mating. Gotta have a chocobo stay prepared. So, I'm gonna have to let someone go. I have to release the chocobo. Rio. It's not snowing you, my G, but I'm gonna have to let you go. I know, he's my first one. But there's a reason for this. Now, mating. Obviously, Goten, Class S, wonderful chocobo. Female, Torvi. Go ahead. Now, make him bust a nut with the Zeo nut. Yes. Let's see what happens. I want to make sure this works. Alright. Damn it!